Hey, good morning, everybody, and welcome to another episode of The Unlock Show. I'm your host, Tracy Wilson. Always great to be here with you guys on any day, but this day in particular. Because why? Because I'm going to call this day Action Friday. Doesn't matter what day of the week you're actually listening or tuning in on the show. If you're watching the replay, it might be a Monday. Doesn't matter. I want you guys to come at today's show with an attitude of taking action. Let me just switch that light back on because, we need a little bit of light on the subject. Anyway, so I want you guys to come at it from that point of view. So in today's show, I want to talk about something that I call the 6 areas of focus, or my target 6. And it's really a simple action-oriented 90-day success plan. Now, why did I create this? Why did I actually need to do something like this? One is I actually saw another successful entrepreneur using a system like this, and I thought, man, I need to adopt that type of system because it's very, very easy to become a little overwhelmed, a little like sidetracked, disorganized, even one would say, attracted by shiny object syndrome when you're an entrepreneur, a business owner, and particularly if you're doing anything online, because stuff is coming at you at a rate of knots, and it's very easy to go and get distracted. So for myself, I needed to create this very simple 90-day action-oriented plan. And you guys know that throughout the show, I often talk about, action as being the thing that you need to take. The best laid plans, it doesn't matter how much time you spend planning stuff out. If you don't actually take that and start implementing the things that you plan to do, you're never ever going to be successful. So this little plan that I'm going to share with you, like I say, is really simple. It's very action oriented, and it's just a very basic 90-day success plan. I say simple, I say basic, but what I actually mean is it works. So in those times where I'm a little bit overwhelmed and I'm thinking, crap, I've got a million things that I could be doing, that I've got on my plate. What do I actually really need to be doing? What do? I go back to my very simple 90-day plan. So I want to share that with you guys. I'm going to share with you the 6 target areas that I think are extremely important. They're not the be all and end all. Of course, there are more, but these actually help you to get laser focused and enable you to bring yourself back to the present moment and the things that you should be dealing with in your business when things get a little bit skew with or out of control, or you don't know what the heck it is that you're doing. So I'm going to share those with you. And I'm also going to share with you where you can go to get a copy of my simple plan along with the financial document to go with it. So I'm going to share that with you at the end of the show. And if you're listening on YouTube or you're listening to the podcast episode of of today's show, then you'll also see that I'll have some links in the description below. If you are watching on YouTube, make sure that you hit the notifications bell and that you subscribe so that you never miss a beat, you never miss one of the shows where you get to be unlocked in your business, your life, and everything that you do. So let's get stuck in and let's talk about these very simple 6 areas of focus. So essentially what I do, or what I've done, and I was thinking about my online business, and of which I have a few. So I've a number of different, I'm going to call them income streams, income veins, whatever it is that you like to refer to them as. But I have a number of those. So there's a number of different areas that I need to be focusing on at any given time. So I need to make sure that I'm across a lot of different things. But I'm going to break this down and make it super simple for you so that you can, if you've got one thing that you need to focus on, or one product or business that you need to focus on, you can utilize this for that, or you can utilize it and run it across multiple different areas. So there's 6 key things that I like to target. The first is traffic. All right. So basically on a page, and I'm going to give you this template, I kind of work through the 6 things: traffic, my websites, the products that I have, the different funnels that I use to bring people into my world, the numbers that I need to be across, and then also my team. And then what actions am I actually going to take to make these things happen? And like I said, I'm going to give them to you in the very simple document that I will share with you at the end of today's show. So I'm going to break these down, all 6 of them. And again, I just want to reiterate that these are not, they're not everything that you need to focus on in your business, but they are the core things that you want to focus on, and making sure that you're across all of these and just making it simple for you. So the first one being traffic, and I've just got a few notes that I've got over here on my other screen. So you want to make sure that you're across traffic. Why do we want to focus on traffic? Well, you could have the best products, the best services in the world, but if nobody knows that they exist, it's going to be a little bit difficult for you to be able to make any sales or to create an actual business. So we want to be focused on making sure that we get traffic, and there's essentially 3 different types of traffic that we can utilize or we can create for ourselves, right? And I'm not going to go into great detail about these, but in the plan, you want to be thinking about all 3 types of traffic so that eventually you can turn them into what we call traffic that you own. So what are these 3 types? Well, there's the traffic that you earn, right? So that might be things like doing your own live show or a podcast or sharing really valuable information with your audience. So that would be stuff that you do on the regular that would enable you to earn the trust, the respect, the likability of your audience, so that eventually they may decide that they want to work with you in some capacity. The next is the audience or the traffic that you borrow. And that would be like utilizing platforms like Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, etc., and maybe even using some of the advertising platforms or advertising mechanisms on those particular platforms. But ultimately, what you want to do is you want to try and turn that traffic into traffic that you actually own, meaning that those people have subscribed to you, they're on your database, and you're able to reach out and connect with them when you need to, through the likes of, emails, text messages, and various different ways that you can communicate with people through owning that traffic. And that's ultimately the where we want to get to, is to actually owning that traffic, because that actually makes your business valuable. And if you tuned into the episode that I did just recently on Wednesday, in fact, with Melissa Houston, who's a CPA accountant, she was talking about, building your business up so that it is an asset. And one of the assets that she was talking about in your business to make it saleable and to make it valuable is actually building your database. So we want to be focused on that for a number of different reasons. Obviously, the obvious ones are that you're able to grow your business through building your database, building your customer base and making sales. But then secondly, growing your database to actually make your business a lot more valuable and desirable for somebody else in the future to want to buy it. Some of the things that we think about, or that I think about when I'm looking at at how I'm going to build my traffic, and some of these I've covered, but the stuff that we're focused on is building out our YouTube channel, really focusing on our show and building out our viewership on the show, and also the downloads that we get through our podcast, super important. Emails, utilizing Facebook, and also we're just exploring now, the likes of TikTok. So we really delve deep into what are some of the things that we want to be working on in that 90 days. And once we do that, we then can start breaking it down even further. So that's one of the key areas, is traffic. And I want to encourage you guys to be thinking about, it from those 3 perspectives. What can you do on various different platforms or various different ways to tap into traffic that you can borrow, that you can earn, that you can ultimately own, that you could turn into people that are actually on your database. So make sure that you take all of those things into account. The next area we focus on is like our website. So of course we have, our online presence. I have my own personal brand. I also have various different business brands. So I'm also looking at, what is the content that I've got on there? How can I, improve the SEO status on all of those, and various other things. So just thinking about your websites, like what websites do you have? And in my case, I have multiple of them, which also create, multiple opportunities for people to enter into my world. in various different niches and different products that I have. So you might also want to think about building out your website, and this would be a prime opportunity for me to do a shameless plug here, which is my, one of the platforms that I actually own is called Usability. It is my obvious choice for building out my websites and all of my funnels and my membership sites, etc. And if you would like to have a trial of Usability, then I would encourage you to head on over to usability.com and use the discount code unlocked, and you'll be able to get yourself a 14-day free trial and also 10% off if you decide to upgrade and actually use the program and the system. And if you need any assistance with it, you can obviously reach out to me, and I'd be more than happy to help you be able to get your website, your funnels, and all of your membership sites all up and running using Usability. Now, it's spelled a little bit differently, so better actually spell that out for you guys. And I'll even see if I've got a little banner here. Oh, I do. Let me pop that up on the screen. So it's YOUZABILITY.com to head on over there and get yourself a free trial. Don't forget, use the discount code unlocked to be able to get yourself a 10% discount. So we focus on our websites. The next thing that we focus on is our actual products. So I break things down and I'm looking at what products do I actually have? What are the core products that I need to be focusing on in this 90-day period? All of these things actually help me to get really focused, really to help me to understand what are the key areas that I need to be doing actions on, because if I'm working in different areas or I'm focused on other things, it's pretty unlikely that I'm going to be able to move the needle in the right direction in the things that I actually want. So having this very simple plan really helps me to do that. So, we're also focusing on all of the products. Now, when you're starting out, you might just have one very simple product, but over time, we're building out what we call our value ladder. And that value ladder has things like our free content, which is the stuff that I'm sharing with you guys now. It also has our entry-level content, which might be, a tiny offer or a low-ticket offer of some sort, usually under the $100 mark. And then we have a mid-range products, and then we have a high-level like masterminds, high-touch. My students that are in my high-level programs get a lot of time with me. I spend a lot of time with them, doing all the technical aspects of their business, as well as helping them build out their business from a high-level masterminding perspective. But anyway, you want to be thinking about all the different products that you have and what are the things that you need to be working on. And if you have an online business, more than likely you'll be wanting to build out your value ladder, and you'll be building that out over time. Okay, the next thing that we focus on after products is the funnels that we use. So, how am I going to funnel people in to potentially purchase or buy the products that I've created or that I want to be promoting at that time? So we create our sales funnels, and I've already told you guys, the product that we actually use to do that. It's called Usability. It helps us create all of our funnel systems, so that I'm able to keep track of what traffic's actually going there, what products are people actually buying, which things are the ones that people are really interested in, where in the funnel process are they actually dropping out, what do I need to do about those things? So Usability, creates a huge amount of opportunity for us to be able to look at some very hard data and be able to determine what our next steps are. So I'm always looking at, the funnels, and I'm looking at my core products, which go in alignment with, my value ladder, my upsells and my downsells, and my back end products. So if some of this stuff is not making sense to you, don't worry. You want to stick around and continue to listen to some of the Unlock show, because what I'm going to do on Fridays, I'm going to call it Action Friday. So every Friday, I'll be dropping some gold nuggets of information, of value for you guys to actually be able to go away and implement in your business. And if you want to fast track a lot of that, of course, you don't have to wait for every Friday to be able to, what is she going to share this week? Well, you jump in and you join one of my programs, and you get to have, close personal relationship with me and my team, and we actually help you develop all of your systems, your processes, and all the, get you across all of the technical aspects that you need to really quickly. So you want to make sure that you're covering all of your funnels, that you understand how they work, and you're putting those together, and also understanding the metrics within those so that you can make the tweaks that you need to get a better result from the funnels that you've actually created. The next thing you want to look at is your team. So depending on what it is that you're doing in that 90 days, sometimes the team that you have may not necessarily be the team that you need to get you to the next level. So you might require actually looking, forward and going, okay, well, I need to develop, let's say, for example, I'm developing an agency. So I need to develop out my agency, and to be able to enable me to scale, I'm going to need to bring on another person into my team, or I'm building out my online program and I need a VA, or I need somebody else to help with the sales process. You want to be forward thinking about the people that you need to be bringing into your team to continue to scale your business up, because being a one-man band, forever is not likely to get you, continuously get you to the next level and the next level. You're going to need to build up so that you've got a team of people so that you can actually start to not only, allow your team to take over, but for you to be able to step away and have a little bit more time to yourself. And then the last thing that we're looking at is the numbers. So what are the actual numbers that I need? So there's some fundamental numbers that we're looking at. Obviously, income, we're looking at our expenses. We're also looking at our profitability, what our profit margins are. And we're breaking that down into how many products, widgets, or new people do I need to sign into my programs to actually hit my income goals. So again, I'm going to give you guys access to a couple of tools that I've created for you. They'll be free. They'll be on my website. You'll be able to go and download them, and you'll be able to put this very simple plan together for yourself. And then, of course, once you've got the numbers, what do you then need to do? You need to then start taking action. So the last thing you want to have on this plan is, what action will you actually take? And what you want to do is you want to break that down. You're going to have a 90-day action plan. You want to break that down into monthly, weekly, and then also daily. So what are some of the things that you can do each and every day that will inch you forward to achieving the goals that you have created for yourself in that 90 days? It was interesting because yesterday when I was chatting with some of my students inside of my high-end mastermind, they were like, oh gosh, I've got, they worked out that they were creating a program, and they had, I don't know, I'm just going to pluck a figure out of the air, 50 odd videos that they needed to create. And they were looking at it going, oh my God, that's a lot. But, it's an old adage. What do you do? How do you eat an elephant? Well, you eat it one bite at a time. So what do you need to do? You just break it down into very small bite-sized chunks, and you just do a little something each and every day that inches you forward. So that being said, if you utilize this very simple 90-day plan, it will help you to remain focused. It will help you to, get rid of some of the overwhelm and the confusion and the procrastination that we sometimes allow to creep into our lives. It'll get you laser focused so that you know exactly what it is that you need to focus on each and every day to inch you closer to your results. Because if you don't take action, the likelihood of you being exactly the same place that you are and now, or worse, in 90 days time is very high. So we need to take action to actually inch us forward and make sure that we're actually making a change, making a difference to your life each and every day. So that being said, guys, where the heck do you go to get a copy of this? If you head on over to my website, so go to tracymwilson.com and then go to the freebie section, you'll find that there's a whole lot of stuff on there that you'll be able to download for free. I also have a page on my website which has a lot of the tools and the resources that I use in my business that I share with my students. You can also go and check those out if you so wish to, and you could utilize those for you and creating your own online business too. So that being said, I want to say thanks very much, guys, for watching today or listening and tuning in. It's always a pleasure to be here with you guys. It's Friday. It's crazy weekend for me again. I've got some family members coming to stay. I've had a really good friend come and stay with me during the week. And isn't it funny? I just want to share this with you that, those really good friends that you have that sometimes you might not see for years and years, like 5-6 years, but they just step back into your life and you just pick up right where you left off. That's how you know you've got a real connection and some really great friends around you. And I've got one of those, and it was a lot of fun catching up with her again this week. So I hope you guys get to do some of that stuff over your weekend, and I'm going to see you guys back again for another episode of the Unlock Show Wednesday morning at 10 a.m. Brisbane time. I'll have another amazing guest with me, and then I'll do it all over again next Friday for Action Friday, where I give you guys something else that you can do and take action on in your business so that you can create the life that you want, totally unlocked, to be able to do whatever you want in the life that you're creating. All right, guys, you know that I always tune out and say, go and live your life unlocked, because there is just no other way. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you guys again next time. Bye for now.